Like, I was
Dark
like, wow,
Wizzy was
man,
on stage just a minute ago. We got you.
I see you, Dark Wizzy. Okay, bruh, you know. The Greninja extraordinaire, Stroder, phenomenal player. If I'm not mistaken, is it Arizona where he's from?
Yes, that's where he's from.
And he's just so good, just so solid, you know. And it's when a lot of people talk about some of the best Greninjas, you hear his name in contention. You hear him, you hear Vinya, but they, and then also JW.
Yep.
But he's always up there, and he's really one of the original Greninjas to put the character on the map. Going against a Game & Watch, where Maister pretty much did the same exact thing for Game & Watch, except he is held as the best Game & Watch by a significant margin compared to everyone else. Yeah,
and Maister, I mean, we haven't talked about him too much, but he's pretty much the talk of the town these days. Going through on a tear, very likely a top 10 player this season. And on top of all that, the first seed of this tournament, showing us why already, taking Stroder down to stop.
That is wild. Not even a minute into the match, just dismantling the frog. You know, he's like, look, you're a frog. I have a fishbowl, though, and a frying pan. What's up?
Yeah, it's looking like 8th grade biology. The frog's on the table, and Mr. Game Watch is a teacher.
Yeah, and he's still teaching. I was just teaching you to stay off stage if you don't want to get hit again. And Stroder just really struggling to find an opening. But it's not anything against him. It's just Maister just plays with so many levels and so much coverage at all times.
Yeah, but right now Stroder has a chance to get something going, but Game & Watch being so light, and Stroder already having a little bit of rage on him means that his combos won't be quite as consistent as he's used to.
Okay, but he did manage to find that mark. 2 stocks apiece right now. Still a significant lead for Maister. You know, 85% to 0. Greninja is in jeopardy of losing his stock to a down smash maybe, but you can't get down smash if you continue to juggle your opponent.
Absolutely. But Stroder looking for another little combo as he goes off stage, gets the shuriken. And I like how he used that shuriken to buy himself some space just to make sure that Maister can't set up too much of the chef so that he can make his way back to stage.
Yeah. Is that enough? Almost great DI from Maister, but he's put on notice. You know, that huge lead is gone.
Absolutely. And one of the things that really helped out Stroder, it seems, is that he's getting hip to the usage of up B. Maister's using that a lot in the air just to get himself out of jail free. So Stroder's not overcommitting anymore. He's just dropping back down saying, okay, I'll punish your landing and keep the pressure going. And now the game completely flipped on its head.
Definitely. And Maister actually did win the pre-glitch local. Oh, I love that recovery. He's like, yo, I see the key. I'm prepared. You're not getting me with that. You guys have been doing this for years. Literally since Brawl.
Yep. That hitbox has been huge for a long time, but that hitbox is pretty dang big too. The forward air and Stroder taking a lead now.
And I mean, you know, this is, again, as you mentioned, the first seed of the tournament. And Stroder started off very shaky, but not being deterred by any means, doing exactly what he needs to do. The drag down, the tech chase. Where are you going, my friend? Nowhere.
Nowhere but up as Maister presses the eject button, gets out of jail, but he still is in a lot of danger, already at 64%. He has to get the stock now unless, yeah, I was about to say, if he doesn't get the stock now, Stroder will have a lot of rage to kill him even earlier. Oh, when he gets a 1, that one actually really hurts.
He got the best and the worst. He got a 9 and then a 1. But I did want to mention that Maister did actually defeat 2 Greninjas yesterday. I'm sorry, on Friday to actually win the grind. JW was one of them. What if?
Oh my God. There's a world where that hit, and there was a world where Maister already took game 1. But this is still possible for him. All right, even though that RNG might not be in his favor right now, he still has the good old-fashioned up air.
That just happened. You know, there used to be a meme, that move doesn't kill. That used to be a meme.
That used to be a meme, but oh God, I wish it still was. I'm sure Stroder still wishes it was too, because he let that one slip through his fingers. Well, actually, I wouldn't even say he let that slip through his fingers. I would say Maister absolutely just clutched it out, played out of his mind, and knew his win condition. That combo wouldn't work on just anyone, you know? Greninja being such a fast follower means that he's more liable to get hit by some of that stuff and for have those games just be snuck away from him. So we're going to have a straight run back. Here we go into game number 2. And since we're in top 32, by the way, got to note, everything is best of 5 from here on out. So buckle in.
Now, what's kind of interesting to note is at the end of that game, Stroder stopped kind of fighting Maister. Like, once the 9 came out, he stopped. And that allowed Maister to get an opening, and it only took 1. You know, Stroder went from 45 to death, essentially, off of 1 interaction.
You don't become a top 10 player in the world by letting your opponent away for free. If you get hit once, you better be buckled in.
Which is terrifying at this level of play to know everyone's movement is on point, everyone's defense is on point. They're going to have the parries. But if they do manage to get the opening, you lose. That's your stock. You don't get to play anymore.
Yeah, and Stroder's not really having a chance to play much this stock, and he won't get a chance at all. Only 14% on the side of Maister, as that stock looked absolutely dominant. But Stroder used the invincibility to get himself some leverage right now, but Maister fights right back, and this could be bad logic.
Yeah, is he going to make it back? He does, but, you know, still did lose stage control. Managed to get it back fairly quickly. Stroder not deterred from going off stage, still trying to use that up B to kind of game and watch. Very difficult task to do.
Yeah, honestly, unless you have a huge disjoint like Hydro Pump or like a way to just kind of make the recovery harder for him, it's not worth it for most characters to go off stage against Game Watch.
You know, he's still going for the 9s. I actually like that about Maister. You know, the risk reward, hey, if I hit you with a 9, I win. Like, that's another stock you lose.
Yeah.
And if not, then maybe I do a little bit of damage or possibly a little damage to myself. Nothing too crazy, though.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but Maister, I mean, now, ever since that first stock was lost, he was not trying to fight Stroder, and it makes sense. Game Watch's anti-approach tools are some of the best in the game.
Absolutely. Back air, nair, up B, shield. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Your anti-approach tools, you know, Stroder found an opening. Slippery frog he is.
Yeah, that dash attack really snuck in there, and because he was holding away from the dash attack, he might not have had the best DI on that forward air, because I feel like he might have been able to live, but oh my.
This started off of a neutral B from Greninja. Off stage, talk about a reversal. I've never seen that specific combo ever in my life.
Yeah, I mean, Stroder, I feel like he's making it up on the fly sometimes, but if that's your freestyle combos, I would hate to see his lab ones.
Yo, he was like, oh, you're going to do the neutral B that every Game & Watch does when you're off stage? Okay, I know what to do here.
Excellent stuff right now as Maister fights his way back down the stage. And his game plan from the last stock still hasn't changed too much, but I feel like he might switch on the aggression anytime soon because Stroder's looking more and more dangerous as this game's going on.
Yeah, and it's just kind of just straight hit after straight hit. You know, nothing too crazy, but just Stroder keeps being correct multiple times.
Rolling through that, and that might have shield poke, but Game Watch still staying alive. Maister at the top of the screen. I feel like he's pretty comfortable up there, though, but let's see if he can make his way back on stage again. Goes high, and manages to tag Stroder on top of that.
Goes for the up smash, not able to hit his mark. Smart stuff with Stroder, though, not trying to retaliate, knowing that Game & Watch is oftentimes are going to do it again or a spot dodge, but speaking of spot dodge, down smash, always the answer for Game & Watch.
Yeah, I like how he kept that win condition in his pocket until then. We didn't see a whole lot of down smashes come out because, I mean, Stroder was just moving so slippery, but now that he was trying to stay grounded to get the kill, Maister recognized that, and the moment he had that opportunity, he went for it.
Use that down air to kind of get to the ledge a little bit easier. Oh, and again, what if? Okay, I was like, are you going to go for the 9 right now? Or are we going to try to see a repeat of the last stock of the last game?
I feel like the RNG is in his favor, all right? There's no backing of this. It's just what my gut is telling me. But he has a fresh stock to do that because he's going to drop that one. Essentially an even game, Stroder only at 30%. And now it is not even. You are above Game & Watch. How do you get back down, especially on PS2? Those platforms can be a blessing and a curse at sometimes.
Yeah, you would like to think that Pokemon Stadium will help out Greninja. Sakurai, what was you thinking? Where's the hometown advantage?
I mean, not here. Well, actually, I feel like the stage is pretty even for the two of them.
I mean, it was. So you go to that platform and just Maister just hunts you down time and time again. It's so dangerous up there.
Yeah. But on the other hand, we've seen Stroder do the same exact thing. This might be his opportunity as he punishes that landing again, gets another up air, and yes, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Tries to mix up his DI, but still going to be alive for now.
The movement from Stroder is just so phenomenal. All right, that was a little thirsty, a little overzealous right there. But 84 to 99, whoever gets this next hit can win. You know, Stroder, if he converts into an up smash, Game & Watch, there is no way he is living that.
Yeah.
Assuming it's sweet spotted. Let's not forget, Greninja does have that sour spot.
Oh no, but so much little damage being tacked on, but that Hydro Pump might have been huge because Maister lost all that stage control. Is he going to up B to get himself back? No, he tries to run his way back through and runs right into that forward air. This is getting kind of scary. Both players at such high percent.
Yeah, and Stroder knows what he needs. He's like, look, man, the forward air is the answer. About one more of these, and he is going to die. He goes down there. They both make it back, but the chair comes out, man. He's a wrestler at heart.
At heart. Oh, man. But Stroder, I saw a little bit of a head shake when that happened. I don't blame him for going deep with that, all right, because you have to mix it up in some sort of super unconventional way to get that kill in there. He was playing really solid, but Maister wasn't giving him anything in terms of kill pressure.
Yeah.
So the idea, I feel like, was really good, but Maister was hip to it.
It was really smart. It's kind of how Stroder kept it in his back pocket, like, hey, I can do this. It's just unfortunate that it did not connect because Maister, as you said, he was hip to it. He's just it's just something about this high-level play. They're always prepared for that, hey, I could do this option, you know? We saw it earlier, Maister tried to drop down with the down air. Stroder DI'd in and then recovered from underneath the stage. You saw there at the end, Stroder tries to drop down for pretty much a drop zone back air, but Maister's like, I've seen this before as well. I read that book.
Yeah, but right now, Stroder has one last shot. He needs to win this game. Maister is up 2 games right now, and if you go down 3-0, I mean, it's just a bad feeling, you know? Even if it is the best in the world, I know Stroder holds himself to a very high standard, so no one wants to go down without a fight.
I mean, he's still in top 32 of a super stacked event, so nothing to be ashamed of by any means. And let's not forget, he's still in it.
Yes.
You know? Oh, my God. That almost did it. He got the 2. Do you know how difficult it is, a 2-frame Game & Watch? Stroder, not caring, got the conversion. Very fortunate for Maister that he lived, though, mainly because he can tag on damage and still take the stock first. Yeah,
but Stroder's game plan seems like it got mixed up a little bit. He's walking a lot more this time around. And Maister, his game plan is only changing in subtle ways. He's only giving the data that he needs to. That's what makes him, you know, a cut above a lot of other players right now. He's just kind of running away, holding up shield, up-being like usual. But the thing is, on top of that, he's changing up the options that he's doing defensively. He's throwing out more down smashes. We're seeing more of these buckets come out in Game 3 to mitigate the shuriken. Like, this guy has answers to everything. It just depends on what he wants to show in the moment.
The case, and even though he's not really trying to reveal too much, he is still trailing 121 to 83 right now. Stroder just looking for this final hit. Forder not going to do it. Still some good damage, though.
Yeah, excellent DI.
And you have to imagine Maister is getting close to that up throw kill range. And right on cue, Stroder recognizes as well. You hit his shield, he has an answer as well.
Yeah, a little bit of an overcommitment by Maister. And now this is where the tables have turned. We haven't really seen Stroder with a lead like this big or this significant in order to capitalize on it in any significant way. So now it's his turn to really set the pace of the match. And this is where, I mean, diamonds are made. And right now, he's looking pretty shiny. Already 42 on the side of Maister. And he's still pretty comfortable with only 108% on him. So he's not in super danger yet as Maister starts to get closer and closer to that blast zone. Good DI on that up air.
I thought he was going to get the shield grab. He let go. There are indeed 2 hits to that down air. It's always really kind of tricky. It feels extra bad when you get a parry first, but Stroder, my God, 3 stocks to 1 over Maister at the moment. Of course, it is not over quite yet. Maister can bring this back. He does have RNG on his side potentially.
Potentially, but he has, I was about to say, he has to take at least 1 stock clean first before that really comes into a factor.
We need 1 honest one?
Yeah, 1 honest one.
All right, that was the honest one. And now you gotta question, because you know Maister would throw it out there. If he gets that grab, you know he's like, hey man, I'll take the chance. 1 out of 9, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, to take this game back, you might need to go for it. Unless you get these good juggles right now. Stroder squeaks his way back on the stage, and now look at this. He's walking a lot more, which is huge. Yeah. I feel like walking is a sign of confidence.
It is, and just quite the mastery of your character. You know, you don't really see people specifically walking and running, doing both options until you really get to that higher level of play.
Oh, no.
Oh, he made the match.
Oh, he must have been mashing for dear life.
He was like, I know how this story ends, and I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm not dying on the street today.
But 92%. And Stroder's starting to get his groove back a little bit. You know, it was the Maister show for a bit. Stroder finding, though, an opening after opening and just really stop the bleeding, which is so important when you're going up against Maister.
Absolutely. And he's mixed up his recovery as well. Great movement by Maister, gives way back. But these up smashes from him, I like what Stroder's doing to punish these up smashes. He's not punishing the up smash itself. He's punishing the panic option after that. Oh, and what a shadow sneak, and it gets the kill. Stroder sneaking right behind him, saying it's nothing personal, but I got to take this game.
And true to the move, my man Maister did not see it. Very sneaky little ninja coming in there. But Stroder put himself on the board. And it was rather convincing, you know. Game 1 and 2 were kind of back and forth, but even though Maister generally had a slight edge majority of the games. But that last game, that was a very, very convincing right there from Stroder. Good stuff.
And what I especially liked about that shadow sneak is that he started it when his character model was like in the border between the magnifying glass and like the normal camera. So you couldn't even see like how he was moving, because a lot of times when they start shadow sneak, you can tell like, oh, you're moving a little bit slower here. What's going on? But Stroder executed that perfectly as he starts to tee off in this game number 4.
And I wanted to start off by saying that Final Destination, how's Stroder going to land, but maybe how is Maister going to land?
Yeah, I feel like both characters are pretty good on the stage.
Absolutely. They both have fantastic juggles. You have to believe that Game & Watch is a little easier to land with because he has buttons that have to be respected, or little mix-ups like that on the timing, the way he fell. But at the same time, Greninja's so quick in the air that Game & Watch's speed is a little mediocre. I wonder if he's always going to be able to catch him.
It seems like Maister's not too concerned about that right now. But he might start to be. Nice use of bucket to stall out his momentum as he is forced to grab the ledge. And Stroder down airs into the stage, and oh man, that up smash.
Brave soul.
That was so close.
He saw the up smash. He said, "Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't bother me. I'm not phased."
I mean, at a certain point, if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. And oh
yeah,
man,
why not? I mean, he's already walked on fire. He is a ninja after all.
That's true.
And really back and forth right now. And you have to believe that, you know, whoever gets this first stock is really going to run away with things. And that DI mix-up, you thought it was up? You thought it was up? Sorry. DI out. I caught you with it. And Stroder up 97% on his first stock still, though. And Maister, I mean, you mentioned earlier that Game & Watch has great anti-approach tools, but what about the tools needed to approach with?
I don't feel like they're quite as strong. Game & Watch, he's kind of polarizing. He does a lot of things really well, and there are some things he struggles with a bit more, and approaching is one of them. And right now, Stroder, we saw what happened last game when he got a significant lead like this. He managed to like go all the way to the bank with it.
Yeah.
So if history repeats itself, we're likely to see a Game 5, but Maister might have something to say about that, but Stroder's staying so patient on this left side of the stage.
He just has such a phenomenal mix of I will challenge you and I will leave. You know, sometimes he the up smash, he drops down with an air. Other times he says, I don't want to fight this.
Okay, but nice to force a recovery through the chef.
Yeah, his recovery's been so good.
Yeah.
Sometimes he goes on stage because he understands, like, hey, this is a dangerous position to be in. And normally oh, he wanted that up smash.
And this is what Stroder's been doing a lot. He's punishing the secondary option. He'll get it down till know that nothing's true. He'll know that Maister's going to out-B and just wait it out. It's really shapes the advantage state of the character. Oh. And that one was true, and that will get the kill. Stroder up a full stock right now.
Very reminiscent of the last game. Final destination, not paying any favors for Maister. Oh, and this is not part of the story you want to be with. It is a Twitch clip in the making. 54, he's not done. You thought Ice Climber had combos. You thought they had juggles.
That put him at 74 right off the bat. Stroder, or excuse me, Maister needs to answer back big right now.
And Game & Watch is a bottom 3 when it comes to light characters.
Yes.
So, we heard the sound, but it wasn't the one that Maister wanted.
My heart stopped for a second there, Logic.
But there was a straight counter from Stroder. The first one he threw out, the downer hits, not the spike hitbox though. Oh, that was so slick.
Yeah. Also very brave because Greninja's head definitely pokes up a little bit above ledge because the jump height is so high.
Yeah, he was really banking on the fact that Maister wanted to punish specifically the up B. But Maister, last stock apiece right now. What are you made of? We do know that we have seen him do 0 to 80 combos on plenty of people. Unfortunately, you don't get to do it in game number 4 because Stroder takes that with a beautiful conversion into the up smash.
Yep, and just like we predicted, game number 5, Stroder with an advantage is just so much more dangerous than, Stroder without an advantage. He really, I don't know. Once he gets an inch, he'll take a mile.
Yep.
That's the best way to put it.
It's kind of as you mentioned. It's going back to the fact that Game & Watch's anti-approach tool is phenomenal. Once he gets a lead, so difficult to get in. You take on so much damage trying to do so. But when the roles reversed, what's your answer? What are you going to do then? When you have to go forward, when you have to approach not just your opponent, but a character as fast as Greninja with someone who has the movement skills of Stroder. You know, we're seeing him move out of dodge and then come right in to punish you, and he's doing it regularly. Yeah,
but I don't know if you saw Logic, but Maister had a smile on his face as he went into this next game. I think he has a plan to close this one out.
Well, we're going to see if it's the right plan or not. Coaches always have plans. It doesn't always work out, though.
That's
the
true.
Ravens are out the Super Bowl, baby.
Oh, too soon.
They did not make it.
But right now, it looks like Maister's game plan is looking, perfect right now.
Yep. Maybe he wanted to slow it down a little bit. Maybe he's just going for safer options. Oh, but that dash attack, not that safe. And 32 because of it. But he does fire right back.
Oh, and I think he noticed the way that Stroder's been popping out of his neutral air has been more ready to follow up on that. It's a game of evolution. Stroder's been punishing the secondary options once he gets a hit, and Maister is starting to do the same.
But again, that Stroder movement is just something to marvel at. how good he is at getting into your range and then leaving and punishing you for not realizing it in time.
All right, but now Maister's off stage. Not too much that Stroder can do right now. Just wait for him at the ledge and try to make it as difficult as possible for him to get back. Great movement. Gets the air dodge, but Maister was not having any of it. He was saying, I'm going to retreat. You just don't touch me. Stay over there.
These recoveries from Stroder have always been so good. I don't know how he's doing it. I'm a firm believer that Greninja should get edge guarded, but Stroder is just putting himself in such phenomenal positions where it doesn't look possible.
Yep, that's what it takes to get this far. You have to mix up every aspect of your gameplay. And Stroder manages to find that forward air. Is he going to go off stage? He does. He finds what he was looking for in game number 1.
Yeah, you know, he tried to pull that out earlier. Did not work, but he made the adjustments. And this is bad news bear if you're a Maister fan right now. 52 while he's on his second stock. He's really 30% away from being in jeopardy of dying. 61 tack on Stroder. Can he be stopped?
Honestly, if he gets, I was about to say, if he gets that, it'll be even closer. And now another down tilt should do it, but no tech. Maister ready to recognize on that. Stopping the bleeding. Pretty soon we saw 92%, but this could have been way worse. I'm sure he's breathing a sigh of relief.
And now Maister did get his hands on the frog, but only for a moment as Stroder manages to escape. That down tilt to up smash does not convert.
Still alive.
He's going to go down there, not this time. And that smart stuff on Maister, too. He recognized you could do this, so he kind of waited so long to do that jump. Actually jumped up with the button just in case Stroder tried to challenge him.
Yeah, but Stroder's giving up a fair bit of damage right now. Finds a forward air. Great DI by Maister. Still able to stay alive and gets the reflect on that shuriken as well. So he'll have enough time to make it back, and he had to get that parry. And now he's busting out even more parries on his forward air. Stroder might need to mix up the timing a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, Stroder has done this several times when he gets to Game & Watch to about this percent because there's not too many combos. He does that. He goes for forward air, forward air, forward air, forward air because he's like, hey, it's very difficult to deal with and it's safe on shield even though it's not safe on parry.
Good mix up. All right, and now Stroder back on stage again. Maister throwing out more of these up smashes, banking on Stroder jumping into it, but he's not giving anything up for free right now.
Stroder's like, I'm not doing it. It's okay, I have the lead. I'm going to take this all the way to the bank. 40%'s been tacked on. Okay, but he does go for that forward air, and Maister has the timing to parry that. He's done it all except the time he got hit, unfortunately, which is how he lost his second stock.
Yeah, all of them except the one that mattered the most. But now,
and this could be another upset. You were mentioning earlier about how many upsets have occurred. This is the first seed of the entire tournament. On paper, he's expected to win the whole thing, and he might go to losers, courtesy of Stroder right now.
And Stroder's trying to make it happen. Almost lands that down tilt, gets the grab. Still not in any particular danger just yet. Game Watch isn't going to go too deep out there. Oh, no.
Oh,
that
wow.
was so big.
What?
He doesn't have a jump. He doesn't have a jump.
How?
Okay, Stroder just still playing it in the pocket. I agree. Don't change your game plan up too much. It's still working perfectly for you.
Yep, gonna stall that a little bit. Oh my God, he literally he did some geometry. Like, that angle was so strict, rode the wall, and just Maister not able to get that hit. Stroder lining it up. You can just feel the tension in the air. You just feel the potential pop-off. You can feel the victory potentially about to occur for Stroder unless Maister really gets going and takes his stock and then maybe has some 9 shenanigans.
But he's getting zoned out so hard right now. Every time that Maister jumps, Stroder's right there and outspacing with the forward air. And that forward air has been the real key to victory so far. Almost gets hit by the Shadow Sneak. Stroder able to make it back. But Maister staying center stage, trying to up smash. Up smash hasn't been doing too much for him, though.
And he is still like 30% away from potentially an up throw death, but not quite anymore as Stroder has no more rage. Okay, he does throw him off. He has him at 129. Maister, you know he wants to get his hands on him. You can feel a 9 attempt about to happen. Oh, he does. He got an 8, though. Not the right one. Goes for it again. He got the 9, but it didn't hit the mark. Stroder starting to panic a bit as Maister gets his hands on him. The fear. The whole game has changed.
The 9 was just showing his hand early, all right? You really need to be watching out for everything else he has, too. This just got scary.
Is that it? Did he just win? He did, and Stroder defeats the #1 seed of Glitch 8. Maister falls to losers. He can still win it, but boy, is he going to have a run.
He's still popping off, dude.
As he
Go
should.
ahead. Yeah, you earned that.
That's
Go
you.
on, man.
That's you. Yeah, we're about to get on stage and pop off with him.